Okay children, we move to the next topic in decimal. Okay children, we are doing decimal only right now. So the next topic in decimal would be addition. Okay, addition of decimal numbers. So first children, let's start with something simple. Let me see this. Okay, 5.3 add 2.4. So what is my first step children? Yes, I need to write this. Okay, now how am I writing children? These are decimal numbers, so we write one below the other. Can you see? One below the other, and see my decimal point. It has to be exactly one below the other according to their place value. Yes children, can you tell me this place value? The place value of 5. Children, remember I had told you this. Okay. So this is the whole number part. So that's your unit place. And after the decimal, to the right we have the tens place, then the hundreds place, and then we have the thousands place. Right? So 5 over here children is my units place. And this 3 over here is my tens place. So now I need to add. Don't forget the sign children. Yes, plus this 7. Now children, remember to put the decimal. Don't forget. And 5 plus 2 is 7. So it is 7.7. Children, remember you need to put the decimal. If you don't put the decimal, it's going to be wrong. Because this 7 over here is units and this is your tens place after the decimal. If you don't put the decimal, it becomes 77. Which means 7 units and 7 tens. Right? Okay, now let's move to the next sum. That was very simple. How about this sum children? $56.71 add let's take 32.09. Okay. Yes, now children tell me what I have to do. Yes, I have to put them. What I have to do? They are decimal numbers. See here, they are decimal numbers. Right? Now I have to write one below the other according to their place value. So 56.71 and then 32.09. Yes. Now children, don't get confused. The addition is the same way as we do it for whole numbers. Okay. 9 plus 1 is 10. So now I cannot write here 10 as we do in the whole numbers. So just add, put a 0 here and put here 1. Okay. You'll add your 0 and 1 goes here to your left number, the number at the left. Now 7 plus 1 is 8. Now what will be your children? Very, very important. The decimal point. Don't forget. Right? 6 plus 2 is 8. And 5 plus 3 is 8. Wow, what a number. 88.80. Okay, let's check if it's correct. 9 plus 1 is 10, 0. So then you carry a 1, okay, to the left side of it. 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 5 plus 3 is 8. And don't forget your decimal. Let's go for a little tricky one. Let's see this. Okay children, think 60 add 53.7. Now children, remember what we had done earlier, like decimals and unlike decimals. Okay? So think about that. Yes, look at the sum and tell me. Just think. Take a moment to think. What would you do? Thought? 60, sorry. 60 over here, children, is your whole number, correct? Right? So, 60. Now, what's my next number? 53 point, that is my decimal point, and 7, right? And the operation is addition. Now, children, remember what I had told you, like numbers. This 60 is a whole number, right? So, you add a decimal here. Now, after decimal, children, I have one digit, that is one place value. So, I have to add, what will I add here, children, to make it equal, to make it like decimals? I have to add 0. Very good. And how many zeros? Only 1. Why? Because the second number over here has only one number. So, here also I add only 0. Right? Okay. Now, can we add? 0 plus 7. Any number added to 0 is the same number. The properties of addition and 0. 0 plus 3. 3. Don't forget this decimal. Yes. And now, children, look here. Very important. 6 plus 5. Yes. That's 11. Now, children, I don't have any other place to carry forward. Correct? So, 11 comes here. So, that's my hundreds place. Unit tens, 100. And this is my tens place after the decimal. Clear? Clear, children? Okay. Now, let's go to... Let's take something little confusing type. Let me take this number. Yes. 47.1. Add 43.25. Now, children, when you look at the number only, you can just look at the number and you will understand that are they like decimal numbers or they are unlike decimal numbers. Look at it carefully. Yes, they are unlike decimal numbers. Why, children? Because this after the decimal it has one number and this after this it has two numbers, right? The first step is what we have to do. We know that they are decimal numbers, so we write the numbers one below the other according to their place value. So 47.1 and here it is 43.25. Now, before adding, children, before writing the sign add, I have to do something very, very important. What's that very, very important? Yes, can you see? Unlike. So, I need to make this digit should be with this digit. It should be a like decimal number. What should I do? How many zeros? 1. Only 1 0. Because only one place value is missing. See, this has two numbers. This has 1. So, I have to add only 1 0. Right? So, this is 5. Sorry. And this is 3. And this is 7 plus 3 is what, children? 10. What will I do, children? 0 here and 1. Same way as you do in addition. Okay? And 1 here. So 4 plus 4 is 8 and this is 9. So it is 90.35. Got it? Children, with practice you will surely do better. Okay, so that was addition of decimal numbers. Well, children, after addition, what do we have? Subtraction, right? So let's move to some subtraction examples. Children, this I am going to take from your textbook only. I observed today children during Zoom that most of you were confused. Okay, so I'm taking the examples from the textbook only. So let's begin with the first one, that is 9.4 less 4.1. Okay, how do we begin, children? Yes, first we have to put them according to their place value. So 9.4, below this what I'm going to put? 4.1, right? Now children, don't forget the operation is minus, that is subtraction. So you put the sign here, right? Now children, we begin from the right side. Children, it is similar to whole numbers. So don't be confused. 4 minus 1, that's 3. Now don't forget your decimal. Okay. Now 9 less 4, that's 5. So it's 5.3. That was fairly simple, children. This was a simple one. Let's take a little difficult one. Okay, let's take this. This, children, I see most of you had got it wrong. Now look carefully, children. 10.2 and 7.5. Children, first always see whether it is like decimals or unlike decimals. Just look at the decimal and look at the place value after this. Okay. Now this is your whole number. Towards the left is your whole number. Don't forget. So it's 10.2. And now children, 7.5. Okay. So 7 comes here. That's your which place, children? This is which place? 0 and 7. This is your units place because this is your whole number. This is the units place. This is the tens place. And this is your decimal point. And this over here, children, is your tens place. Okay, because it is after the decimal. Right? I showed you the chart. Remember, children? Let me show it again to you. See this, children? After the decimal. Tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay? So, now children, what is the operation? Subtraction. Right. Now, children, it is a normal subtraction. Just think that you are doing normal subtraction. Now, 2. Now, you have to take away 5 from 2. 2 minus 5. Is it possible, children? No. Right? Because this is a smaller number and this is a bigger number. So, what do you do, children? Yes, you go towards the left. Okay? You need to borrow something from here. Now, does this have this place value? Does it have anything here in the units place? It's 0, right? So, what you're going to do is you'll move to the next place value. Okay? You move to the next place value and then you borrow 1. So, when you borrow 1 over here, this remains 0 and this becomes 10. Correct? Now, from here, you have to give this person 1. So this goes and here remains 9, right? And this number of yours becomes 12. You strike this out. Now, children, minus 5 from 12. Come on, backward counting. That's 7, right? Now your decimal here. And 9 minus 7. What's that, children? 9 minus 7? 2. So your answer is 2.7. Got it, children? Simple. First, what are you going to do? You will arrange according to the place value. Now, children, see if they are like decimals or unlike decimals. They are like decimals because after the decimal point, you have one place here and here also you have one place here. Okay? One digit place. Now, what you have to do is you have to write one below the other. Now, you start subtracting. You cannot subtract from here, so you borrow. This has nil, so then you go further. You're moving to the left, just like a normal subtraction. Okay. Move to another one now. Children, all these examples are from your textbook. Because I seen you all were very confused in the morning today. during the Zoom class. That's why I'm taking these examples only. Once you perfect this, then we move to other examples, okay, for further practice. Now take 15 and that's less 7.8. Now take a look, children, at the number. Take a look at the number. Remember, we have done addition, the similar one. Similar one. Yes, 15 is my whole number. Can you see, children? I don't have anything here, okay? So it's 15. So this will be my decimal here, but there's nothing over here. Now 7.8, children, where will I put the 7.8? See, 7 will be here, okay? 0.8. Children, because the place value of 7 over here is units. Over here, 5 is in the units place, okay? Now before subtracting, I have to make it like decimal points, like decimal numbers. So I have to add, what do I add, children? 0. Very good. How many zeros will I add? 1 0, because after this decimal there is only one number. So I add here 0. Yes, children, now subtract. Come on. Yes. I cannot subtract here. What do? I go to 5, okay? I will tell him, please give me 1. So he gives me 1, and what remains here, children? 4. My pen is too light, I think. So 4 remains here, right? And here, this number, it has changed to 10. So 10 less 8, that is 2. Now children, I cannot minus here, okay? 4 minus 7 can't be done. So I take 1 from here. So now it's 14 minus 7. So that is 7. And what should I put here, children? The decimal. Don't forget. Otherwise the number becomes 72, which will be wrong. It will be 7 tens and 2 units. But if it is this, then it means only 7 units, because this is your whole number, this is your decimal point, and this is the 10th place. Okay? So that was your, children, the F1. So let's take something else. How about 2 numbers? Let's take 2 numbers. Let's see. Let's take 32.54 less let's make it 4.3. Okay. Now first, children, identify whether they are like decimal numbers or unlike decimal numbers. Have you identified? Unlike decimal. Okay. Now what we do, the next step is we place one below the other. So it's 32. Don't forget the decimal. 54. And now children, 4.3. 4 is what? This is your units. So 4 will come here under 2, below 2. And 3 will come here. Right? And the operation is subtract. Now children, look here. Okay? The decimal point, here we have 2 digits. This decimal here we have 1 digit. So how do I make it like term? I have to add a 0 here. Only 1 0, because 1 place is missing. Right? Yes, now children, minus this. Come on, take some time and think. What will it be? From where do you start, children? From which side? Yes? We start from the right side. So 4 minus 0. Now children, see here, this is a bigger number. Okay? 4 minus 0. So that will be 4. Let me move this. Okay. Now 5, you less 3, that will be 2. Now, can you do 2 minus 4? No. So I borrow from here, and here remains 2, and this number changes to 12, right? Because this is, you put here 1, right? Now 12, subtract 4. Backward counting, children. Yes? 8. Very good. And this is 2. So it's 28.24. Got it, children? Simple. Don't worry, children. With practice, you will surely get it. Okay? So that was our subtraction.